Okay, everybody, here is your review for your Topic 15 test, which is tomorrow. I've got some things written on the board here, just some things to review. I'm not going to be doing too many problems on the board. I've just kind of written some things that you need to remember. You can stop and rewind this video if you need to double check something, if you need to use it for your homework. So first of all, we need to remember what words we're going to hear when we're talking about a positive integer or a negative integer. So some key words for positive to remember are above zero, above sea level. Those are above. That means they are greater and they are positive. A gain or a deposit are positive. Deposit sometimes is confusing because people think I'm putting money into the bank. So you think you don't have it anymore, but no, it's in the bank. You get to keep it there. You have money. That's good. A deposit is a positive. Now negatives, right here we have below zero, below sea level. A loss obviously would be a negative. And then here's the tricky one for negative, that's withdraw. If you withdraw money, sometimes people think, oh, I'm withdrawing money. Now I have it in my hand, yay! No, you're taking that money out of your bank account and now you get to spend it, but now you have less money in your bank account. So a withdraw is a negative, and that is something important for you to remember. Okay, I have a number line written here, and I've got a little sticky note to remind me the things I need to talk about on this number line. First of all, as a reminder, you're going to have to put some numbers in order from least to greatest. So this number line is your reminder that the numbers over here are less than the numbers over here. These are greater. So this number line, the one that I've made, is starting at -9. That's the least number on this number line. All of these numbers are greater than -9. So -8 is greater than -9. Remember, in those negative numbers, that's where it gets a little bit weird. Even though normally 8 is a smaller number, when it's negative, and you can draw a number line, when you take your test tomorrow, you can draw a number line to help you. So -9 would be less than -8. It would be less than -7. So we're moving from least all the way over here to greatest. You can use a number line tomorrow to help you with your test also when you're doing greater than and less than. So if you're given a problem that has, I don't know, -3 is greater than, and you have to put a number here, if you've drawn a number line, you can look right at it. Well, -3 is greater than what? Oh, all of these things behind -3 are less. So -3 would be greater than -4. Okay, so you can draw a number line to help you find those answers. Just a quick reminder, because you're maybe going to see those greater than and less than symbols, the way you read this, remember 2 dots means greater than. So -3 is greater than -4. If it's going the other direction, let me just put +5 and +7, you would have +5 is less than. There's only 1 dot there, so we say less than. +5 is less than +7. Okay, so that's how we read. That was just a quick little review, how we read and say those greater than, less than symbols. All right, and the last thing I want to use the number line for, and on the test, you will have a number line for the questions that ask you where a number or a fraction is located. On our practice test today, we had -3.5. As a reminder, if it's -3.5, your dot is going to be after -3 because it's -3.5. So your dot would be right here after the -3. All right. Okay, so now we're going to go down to here. We had a question like this on our practice test today. -8, well, I just made this one up. -8 plus n equals -5. We decided there were a couple ways to conquer this problem. I can look at all of the answers I'm given, put all of those numbers here for n, and try them all until I get an answer that's -5. That works. I can also look at this problem, we talked about this today, saying, I know that this number has to be positive. If it was negative, I would have to add -8 with another negative number, which is going to give me something that's way more than -5. So I know, because this number is actually greater than -8, this n has to be a positive. I know that's kind of confusing, but Jordan, I think, told us today, because -8 is here and -5 is over here, we're moving this way. That's how she knew that that had to be a positive number. So you have 3 ways to look at it. You can use your number line. You can look at the fact that this number has to be positive, or you can also just try all of the answers until you find one that gives you the answer they're asking for. Okay, I'm going to move my screens over. Okay, so now we go into the adding and subtracting of integers, which I think most of us are pretty good at, but I've just written some reminders up here. If you are adding, remember, first thing you're going to do, look at the signs. Are they the same? Yes, if they are the same, you're going to put that same sign and you're going to add. I've got that right here. -5 plus -8. The signs are the same, so my answer has to have that sign, and then I just add those 2 numbers. 5 plus 8 is 13, so I have -13. Okay, well, what about if the signs are different? Well, this one says, are the signs different? Yes. Okay, what do I do now? Well, your answer will have the sign of the bigger number. Now, we said the bigger magnitude, the distance from 0. So let's take a look at what that looks like. I have +7 plus -9. I know that those 2 signs are different. I have a positive and a negative. Okay, so I have to find the bigger number. 9 is bigger, so my answer is going to be negative, just like my 9. And then I'm going to subtract those 2 numbers. 9 take away 7 is 2. That's how I get the answer -2. Now remember, if that's not making sense to you, rewind and look at this again. Maybe it'll help. Maybe you need to hear it 15 times. You go ahead and rewind 15 times. Okay, last thing, subtracting. If you're subtracting integers, now I've written up our rules. So you're always going to keep that first integer the same. You're going to change the subtraction symbol to addition. Let's see what that looks like. I have a subtraction problem. -6 take away +3. My first step was to keep the first integer the same. -6 stays -6. Then I had to change my subtraction sign to addition, which I did there, and I'm going to switch the sign of the second integer. So my +3 turns into -3. And now, once I've changed the sign of that second integer, I'm going to complete my problem, bam, like this, because now it's an adding problem. So my signs were the same, so my answer stays the same. Negative plus negative, I'll have a negative, and then I just add those 2 numbers. 6 plus 3 is 9. Okay. We've got another example here. I have -14, take away +11. Keep my first integer the same, my subtraction turns to addition, and I switch the sign of my second integer. So +11 turns into -11. I'm just going to add this now. Both of my signs are negative, yes, so my answer is going to be negative, and then I just add those 2 numbers. 14 plus 11 is 25, so I have -25. All right. I will stick this here and wish you luck on your studying. Test is tomorrow. There you go. Enjoy.